John Peterson sat alone in his dimly lit study, his computer screen casting an eerie glow on his face. A perfect life surrounded him, a devoted wife, Emily, and their energetic 6-year-old daughter, Claire. The family photos on his desk told the story of a man who had it all, but John's mind was restless. Lately, the mundane rhythm of his life had him searching for excitement. One evening, curiosity got the better of him. As he scrolled mindlessly through his phone, an ad for an OnlyFans model named Bethan popped up. She was alluring with a sly smile and eyes that seemed to promise secrecy. Against his better judgment, John clicked the link. Before he knew it, he had subscribed. Bethan was everything John wasn't, bold, uninhibited, and carefree. Their conversation started innocently enough. "Hey there," John messaged hesitantly. "Hey yourself," Bethan replied, sending a winking selfie. "What brings you to my little corner of the internet?" John hesitated before typing. "Just curious, I guess." Bethan's response was quick and playful. Well, curiosity can lead to interesting places. Over the next few weeks, their chats grew more personal. John, craving the thrill, shared more about his life than he should have. He told her about his job, his routine, and even mentioned his family, though he carefully avoided using names. Bethan, in turn, played her role perfectly, feigning interest in his mundane details while teasing him with seductive photos and videos. It didn't take long for Emily to notice the change in her husband. John had started spending more time in his study, glued to his phone or computer. "You've been acting strange lately," Emily said one evening as they sat on the couch. Her tone was light, but her eyes searched his face for answers. John forced a laugh. "Work's just been stressful, that's all." Emily didn't look convinced. "You've been working late a lot for someone who clocks out at 5 p.m? John shifted uncomfortably. "It's nothing, Em. You're overthinking." But she wasn't. The seed of doubt had been planted. One evening, as John scrolled through Snapchat, a message from Bethan appeared. It was different from her usual flirtatious banter. "Hey John, I need a favor." "What kind of favor?" he asked, already sensing trouble. $20,000, she replied bluntly. "Or I tell your wife about us." John's heart stopped. "What?" he typed furiously. "You can't be serious." Bethan sent a laughing emoji. "Oh, I'm very serious. You think I don't know who you are? You told me everything, John. I've got screenshots, messages, and even your photos." John stared at the screen in disbelief. How could he have been so stupid? "Please don't do this. I can't afford that kind of money." Bethan's tone shifted, becoming colder. "Figure it out. You've got 24 hours. The next morning, Emily noticed John's pale complexion and fidgety demeanor. "What's going on with you?" she asked as he sipped his coffee. "Nothing," John mumbled, avoiding her gaze. Emily slammed her mug on the table. "Don't lie to me, John. You've been distant, secretive. Is there someone else?" John's eyes widened in panic. "No, of course not." "Then why do you look like you haven't slept in days?" she demanded. John stood abruptly. "I don't have time for this, Emily." He grabbed his briefcase and left for work, leaving her stewing in suspicion. Bethan's demands didn't stop at 20,000. After John reluctantly paid her, she came back for more. "That wasn't so hard, was it?" she texted him. "Now let's make it 25,000. "Bethan, please," John begged. "I can't keep doing this." "Oh, but you will," she replied, attaching a screenshot of one of their risque conversations. "Because if you don't, your wife will be getting a very interesting email." John's fear turned to anger. "You're insane." Bethan's response was chilling. "You haven't seen insane yet, sweetheart." Finally, John's breaking point, John's spiraling anxiety, didn't go unnoticed at home. One night, Emily cornered him in the bedroom. "You're lying to me, John. I can feel it," she said, tears in her eyes. John finally broke. "I messed up, Emily. I've been talking to someone online, but it wasn't serious, I swear." Emily's face twisted in anger and betrayal. "Not serious? You've been sneaking around lying to me, risking everything we've built." Before she could say more, John's phone buzzed with another message from Bethan. Emily snatched it and read the text. "Pay up or your wife finds out everything," it read. Emily stared at John, her voice icy. "You'd better fix this, now." Desperate and out of options, John went to the police. Sitting in the small, stark interview room, he laid everything bare. "I was stupid," he admitted. "But she's blackmailing me, and I don't know what to do." The officers took his statement and assured him they'd handle it. Days later, Bethan was arrested in her apartment. "You can't do this," she screamed as officers cuffed her. "He wanted it. He came to me." In court, Bethan stood before the judge, her bravado replaced with feigned remorse. She received a 2-year suspended sentence and was ordered to attend mental health counseling and perform community service. John watched from the gallery, a mix of relief and shame washing over him. Emily sat beside him, stone-faced. Back home, John stood outside the house watching Emily and Claire through the window. They were laughing together, the bond between them untouched by his mistakes, at least on the surface. He knew he'd narrowly avoided losing everything. His choices had scarred his family, and the road to redemption would be long. As he turned away, a single thought echoed in his mind. Never again.